how do you feel when you're accused of something? I guess that depends on whether you're guilty or innocent, right? Unless you're just plain cold-blooded. In this Jones story, the strange death of Dr. Povitch is about murder, which in Hamilton, New Hampshire, there are more murders committed annually than speeding tickets issued. Back to what I was alluding to. Getting to the heart of the story and the subject matter at hand, again, let me ask, how do you feel when you're accused of something? Well, if you didn't do what the accuser says you did, then your actions may be radically different than those who had damned guilty. You did it. You did it. Maybe you'd run for the hills so you don't get caught. But would you run if you were innocent? Maybe. How do you feel when you're accused of something? Even if you are or are not guilty, you could hang around and be snooty as if what you've been accused of is non sequitur. Or option number 3, go about your business as if you've done nothing wrong, which is great, especially when you have done nothing wrong, but also works if you're guilty as hell. Why do I say all this? Because Jones always wanted to gather facts and use his intuition to zero in on a murderer. Bounces between suspects like a ricocheting pinball inside a seemingly never-ending pinball game. Obsessed. Maybe. Jones's suspicions and a gut feeling tells him that Dr. Povitch did not leave this earth from a routine myocardial infarction. His intuition is later confirmed when he calls Clayton Morris the county medical examiner. Morris informs Jones that a drug fatal to Povitch's heart condition was mixed in with his food, causing the heart attack. So now it's not how, but who did it? Did the ever-brilliant Dr. Povitch make a really dumb mistake? Povitch would not deliberately eat something that would produce a heart attack unless he was suicidal. And he wasn't. So, then the magic question to all private investigators from Beijing to Bangkok, quo bono, who benefits? To answer that question, Jones must know why the suspect benefits from Povitch's death. Every one of the suspects gains from the death of the doctor. Jones just doesn't have enough information. Yet, his chipping away at clean motives and opportune times to commit the murder is time-consuming. Plus, he has a full-time job coaching. It's no secret that Povitch had a money-grubbing companion with a spending proclivity that is worthy of the national budget. And Povitch's assistant professor has access to all of Povitch's research and can not only become wealthy, but he can become a celebrity. What about one of the area's most honored citizens, Father Jim Gallagher? Gallagher has a long-standing grudge against Povitch for hustling his way into the Elton Foundation grant and a windfall of money for his observatory. And Gallagher received nothing for St. Bart's in Prince William. Jones learns that because Gallagher was trying to make peace, he invited Povitch over to the rectory for dinner. What if the meal contained something that caused Povitch's heart attack? Jones will have to delve into the motives and actions of these 3 people to establish a valid motive. Messing up this entire investigation is the campus security cop, the incompetent, the low IQ, a ridiculous big-mouth fat boy who does not know when to stay out of official business. That individual has delusions of grandeur, and his name is Bucky Driscoll. Bucky can foul up a sunny day, yet he thinks he's smarter and more cunning than the rest of humanity. Cocoa Stefani does not tolerate Bucky's nonsense, and there is the Fletcher patriarch Hamilton Fletcher, who is not a suspect. Hamilton's raison d'etre is money and keeping the proper image to gain success. Having one of his professors murdered on college property is unacceptable, and now Jones has Hamilton demanding Jones solve Povitch's murder. And then the ultimate clue, or possibly a roadblock, is another murder one of Jones's cheerleaders, Tammy Welch. And in her car is evidence against Gallagher. So, let's reconsider the question again. How do you feel when you're accused of something? Gallagher is on the run and Coco knows where he's hiding. But is he guilty? Jones does not think so, but the evidence against Gallagher is accumulating. Here's an important tidbit. Not everyone tells the truth. Surprise. Then again, you can't be convicted of murder for lying. You need to have direct evidence to convict the killer. Jones, always on the alert, finds a raft of lies from all the suspects, which leads him to more side road theories. Maybe some lies are more damning than others in a murder investigation. Once in a while, killers set down their facade and maybe talk too much. Or maybe they have done something out of the ordinary that doesn't fit their everyday routine. Mix that with a bald-faced lie and you're onto the killer's path. So Dr. Povitch's murder is strange and clever. Maybe there was more than one person involved, either complicitly or deliberately. One more thing, as Lieutenant Colombo used to say, Jones and Coco know this very well. If someone is shooting or trying to kill you in some manner, then just maybe the murderer is near. Jones thinks back to what his father taught him as a boy when they used to go out on investigations. Pay attention and survey the landscape for an accurate read on your case. The Strange Death of Dr. Povitch by Robert P. Fitton is sold in paperback and Kindle on Amazon, and the audiobook is on Audible. I'm a writer and, therefore, automatically a suspicious character. Alfred Hitchcock.